He's gonna be.
Go. 5, 4, 3, 2.
Welcome to this Ohio Gas Company broadcasting, coming to you live from Thieveland, Ohio. We're broadcasting live from the Voice It Radio station. I kick off the 420 Power Block first. Right after me, we got Al Porter's Hip Hop Workshop, followed by Hot Mess in the Evening with my man EP. And we always like to thank man EP on the board tonight, man. We appreciate the Voice It Radio president extraordinaire. You can always catch him on Channel 20. And he do got a new segment out. What's happening this weekend on Cleveland?
Where to be in the CLE.
Where to be in the CLE. It's a great thing. Like really like family oriented, not just wild stuff. It's really good and entertaining. He'll put you on some game. I did not know about that IX thing. It was a pretty good one. Great event. You know, some of these things be indoor. You need to know about good source of information to check in with him on that. And today, in-house. And I'm going to be honest with you. Our best shows have been us interviewing. But here on this Ohio Cannabis Show, we like to talk about cultivation, education, and information about the cannabis planting. So we do have a special guest in the house. And I
love cannabis.
Eddie loves cannabis. And I've been blessed for one of the most exclusive interviews. And shout out to the Facebook crowd. Just so you know, Facebook is always right there. They hold me down. I appreciate y'all so much. Y'all just really always do the numbers for any questions y'all got for the one and only. Without further ado, we got my man Casper Cee.
What's going on, y'all?
I mean, when we say we got hip hop royalty of Cleveland.
Stop it.
Listen. You know, these dudes be modest as hell, but with Cleveland being the home of rock and roll, and in the 99 when we did through the hip hop conference down at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, all of these legends was here, and I found out the history of hip hop and how dope we really was as Cleveland. These dudes was coming in. Grandmaster Cash was like, "Oh, we start freestyling in '86." I was like, "86?" I was like, "Bro, please." We had already been to Beckman Hall. Listen, John, we was deep. Pink Gangster was in Randall Park Mall serving people. Surge was maybe Suave would say that Surge was the best freestyler that he had back in the day. So this was going on in '83. Because I know when Randall Mall probably wasn't even built about 80. I wonder what that was.
Randall Mall was open in I want to say 80.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. These dudes, and you think
we was rocking out before
we was rocking from a freestyle tip. Yeah, and when Grandmaster Cash, and if y'all don't know, Grandmaster Casanova is his real name. A hibbity, a hip, a hop, a hibbity the hippie. If you don't know, that is the origins of this joint. When he come to Cleveland and say, nah, you was doing that in '93 and looking at Suave like, yeah, '95 being modest about it. He said, y'all still was out ahead of us. When we say that and looking at the Sorcerer crew and people don't even understand these DMC battles, these world supremacy battles back in the day, people didn't know. Before the DMC competitions and the rap things. And I followed Johnny.O up to New York one time trying to see this battle, thinking it was going to be at this club or something.
It was crazy.
It was in a dude's basement. I was one of them dudes on the side, couldn't even get a corner to see. And Johnny.O got retired because he was the only one. Listen what happened. Johnny.O had the only real 1200s up in there. He had to have his equipment for everybody else to even compete, to even try to beat him. And he was anointed Grand Wizard way back when because he was the best because he had the equipment. And then they just going back to y'all and the legacy of the Sorcerer crew. Right. And when y'all was touring it, people need to look back at when y'all was on that first tour. Y'all gear was smashing the other dudes. Them dudes looked like bum.
It was crazy.
Y'all look like Run DMC before it was Run DMC.
It was crazy.
Leather and gold pants. You think I'm kidding?
Yeah.
Look at the black and white photo back in the day, and then look at the era, and look what Run DMC. They did not have Adidas chains yet.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah, they didn't. And shout out to Johnny.O and our manager, Christopher Sloan Davis. He transitioned on 9/11.
Oh, wow.
When that happened. Yeah, man. Big up to Wild C forever.
Wild C forever.
He told me we was in the studio one time and he was like, Can I swear on here?
Yeah,
oh,
bro.
Okay. Oh, okay. So we in the studio. We was at Great Tracks Recordings. We were at Great Tracks Recording Studios on 61st and Etna, off of Superior, and I was like 1 2 1 2, and Wild C said stop the tape, and I'm like, what you stop the tape for, C? And he said, fuck that. This Johnny-O and the Sorcerer Crew, we don't do 1 2s. Find something else.
No shit.
And I said 9 10. He said make me know it. So after that, we merged to the Psycho unit, but we'll get to that later on where I started saying 9 10.
That is, I like this go back, and this is the cannabis show. So back then for me, and I just date all the way out myself, I used to actually have to catch the bus over to Beckman Hall because Johnny-O was the best DJ. So people don't know we had Club Style back in the day. It was a premier radio station, and all the DJs was on there. And really going through the history of hip hop, all of these guys was together, like Cochise and Johnny-O, and I think it was Big Bang Hank. They was in the Apache crew back in the day.
Oh yeah.
And
we can speak on that too.
We go, to me, I tell you, the one dude that really sometime we did that hip hop documentary and everything was good, but people be forgetting Bud McFarlane sometime. I don't think people, he used to dominate. For me, being underage party, we used to go to the Mad Hatter, and Bud was killed. Bud would eat Johnny-O, and I'm gonna be honest with you, Bud would eat Johnny-O and Cochise alive at one time.
I'm a speak on that because and it's a good speak on because it's funny that you bring up Uncle Bud.
Yeah.
Because me and my brother, Scratchmaster L, was just on the phone the day before yesterday. That's his uncle.
So
people he comes from a bloodline.
Yeah, without a doubt.
You got Bud McFarlane. You got Bud McFarlane's brother.
Oh.
Then Bud McFarlane.
Okay.
Then Scratchmaster L. Then DJ Phenom.
Yeah.
So me and Scratchmaster L was literally on the phone talking about hip hop.
Right.
And who we feel that is the hip hop pioneer of Cleveland.
Right.
And everybody seems to forget about Bud McFarlane. So I wanna give Bud McFarlane, I call him Uncle Bud, been calling him Uncle Bud since I was 13 years old.
No joke.
Now everybody thinks that he started at the Mad Hatter. He did not.
No. Okay.
So 18th and Prospect, there were 2 nightclubs. It was the Mad Hatter, and across the street it was the City Lights Disco.
Yeah.
So I was
way back.
12 years old.
Yeah.
13. My sister Deidre and Bud McFarlane were best friends. So she was on her way there. And she said, I'm going to get you in. Because Bud know me. I'm going to get you in. So we got to the door. Bud McFarlane came down and said, let her in. And whoever she got. You know what I'm saying? So he back upstairs. He jamming. The place is packed like a motherfucker. Understand me? So I was dabbling in the DJ, and I had a crew on 10-5. A lot of people don't understand. In Cleveland, it's East 105th Street.
Right.
But there's a grid. there's a grid. No, that's 55th.
The dirty 10-5.
10-5, no.
You said I know what you're saying.
East 105th goes from
I know where you at.
Bratton all the way up to Quincy.
And I'm gonna tell you that is neighborhood historic ebonics too. That's some real shit.
Oh yeah, real shit. So I lived on the grid between Superior and St. Clair. That is the only grid from Bratton to Quincy.
Right.
That's the only grid that you call 10-5.
Right.
That is the most notorious strip.
Hands down.
Hands down. It was a point when I was young, and people be like, yo, man, I'm going down on 10-5. And they'd be like, well, we'll see you if you make it back.
Right. That's
not when you get back.
Yeah.
So at that time, my sister took me down there, and we went upstairs, and I mean, the place was packed, bro.
Yeah.
On some real live shit, my G. So I get up there, and she like, this is my brother. I ain't gonna say my real name on it. And then he wants to be a DJ. And he was like, he don't want to be no damn DJ. And I said, I do. And he said, come here. And he gave me the one headphone. He's notorious for one headphone. Not hooked up to none. It's just one headphone. So he put it on right quick. He said, take this headphone. He said, put it up against your ear. I said, right here. He said, I don't care what damn ear you put it in.
Right.
And he said, you hear both of those songs playing? I said, I do. He said, take that knob. Back then, it was turning rotary knobs.
Yep.
And he said, just bring it over slow, And the place went crazy. And he said, get my damn headphone. Deidre, he already a DJ. Tell his damn mama to get that damn equipment.
No joke.
The next day, my grandmother took me to Sam's Electronics on the corner of 10-5 at Adams and got me 2 Panasonic belt-driven turntables and a Panasonic receiver.
No joke.
And after that, I became a DJ. So it was Bud McFarlane.
No joke.
That brought to me, back then there was no such thing of hip hop because everybody think the Sugar Hill Gang was the end all be all that started it.
Right.
That's false because it was a dude that was on the side B of the Fatback Band.
Yeah.
King V.
King V.
And that was the first actual hip hop record because he was doing things that Grandmaster Cass and them was doing, but he was the first one to be on a certified record. This was 1973.
Right.
And you don't stop. And he was King V on the mic and body rock, all of that. That was the first hip hop thing going. Now with Cleveland, it was Bud McFarlane for me because we didn't have rap.
Right.
But he knew how to take certain R&B songs that he knew Clevelanders was listening to, waiting for that break.
Yeah.
Waiting for the break to come in. And when it came in, it was game over.
Yeah.
It was game over. And it is a little rumor that prior to him going to Mad Hatter, this is a Cleveland myth.
Yeah.
I won't confirm or deny. City Lights was outranking Mad Hatter.
Oh.
By tenfold.
Okay.
Because they had Bud McFarlane. For some mysterious reason, City Lights blew up. And caught on fire. And
no joke.
2 weeks later, Bud McFarlane was at the Mad Hatter.
That's so
with DJ Pac-Man.
I got one Bud McFarlane old school Mad Hatter story that I was at the Fresh Fest or one of the first rap shows at the music hall.
Yeah.
And I think Salt and Pepper was on. I'm not sure, but I know Curtis Blow and AJ Scratch was on it, right? And the after party was at the Mad Hatter. Bud McFarlane put all his equipment up against AJ Scratch's glasses. If you look back at that Curtis Blow album, AJ Scratch is in the back of that song. The song was called AJ Scratch. AJ, if it in. Everybody, it was a basic scratch now, but in hip hop.
Shout out to the producer Larry that did all of the music production for Curtis Blow.
Was
Houdini.
Sure was. That was a great tour. He was on tour with these people. So I'm trying to tell you, and he put his whole equipment up against, and he had 12s. I remember it happening behind the stage. Bud was him. And I remember it seriously because if you don't know, Bud McFarlane used to ride around town in a Kawasaki 1000, stripped down, fastest motorcycle on the street.
Facts.
He never wore no helmet.
Never.
Just some glasses.
Facts.
No cowling, no nothing, and had I'm telling you, this Bud McFarlane. Yeah. AJ saw that. He was like, yeah, I got 12s, whatever. Bud might have been the only dude with 12. No, I ain't going to say only dude. But he had a professional setup.
John.
Yeah, they had a whole professional setup. And
him, John, and Coach Cheese. Let me take that back. I can't forget about Coach Cheese.
Absolutely.
Never forget about
you can't. He put his glasses up against that. That's so funny that you said that. Bud went first. AJ just took his glasses off, bro.
Yeah.
Just like that. Just like, whoop.
Yep.
It wasn't even, it was no competition.
Gave him the glasses.
And to take that back to a weed story, I smoked that doggone DJ booth out. I was young as hell. I was smoking some manila envelope weed at the time.
Oh, man, so you want to do that? Let's go there then.
Loose joints for $1.
Let's go there. Let's go there then. You want to go there? Let's go there.
What was you smoking back in the rap? When you first was going on to, say, around that era, say, pre-Sorcerer Crew, what was the weed like back in the day back then?
I was smoking on some of the most amazing flower because my father is Jamaican. And my mother was a 6-trait Black Panther. And my uncle was a big time herb seller here. So I've been inhaling flowers since about 12 years old.
Yeah.
Back when I was coming up, my mother was named Tiny Joe Bud. Because she was the biggest, she's the biggest herb seller on 10-5. So I was blessed with original monkey paw.
Oh shit.
Fantastic.
No, we have a discussion on
Redhead says Colombian
Redhead
Gold.
says Colombian Gold. You naming them all.
But my choice,
Gold.
Acapulco Gold was beautiful, but my favorite, I had to go with Monkey Paw. I would have to let it dry. Now, anybody to this day say they got Monkey Paw, they capped out. Yeah. Because when the Monkey Paw seed originated from Bangladesh. When Bangladesh had their first major typhoon in the 80s, it killed the entire crop and the seeds. So you'll never, ever see original Monkey Paw again.
Now, let me ask you with that, because the myth of that, if you remember, Monkey Paw was like sticky.
Very.
It wasn't just sticky. Sticky is an understatement for what Monkey Paw was. It was almost tar-like.
It was.
Okay, I agree with you that it was a Monkey Paw strain. But then later on, the street version of Monkey Paw, to me, after further investigation, I feel like that was weed that was smashed together when they put it together. Because after you smash weed together real hard and you squeeze the trichomes tight, you will squeeze the trichomes to the top. You can that's the way you make bubble hash now. And if you smashed it and the oils came to the top right, it'll turn into a black tar. I do it all the time. I'll show you in a nug press right now. Mm-hmm. My theory is when I seen the transporters roll over the bales of weed with the steamroller. Right. So on the edges of that, when it was hot, it used to have this black shit that was over there.
That was the tar.
To me, that's Monkey Paw.
It is not, though.
I know it's not. I know it was a seed called Monkey Paw.
Right. The actual seed is monkey. I forgot the terminology for it. It was a Bangladesh name. Mm-hmm. However, in the States, we called it Monkey Paw. Now, when Paw grew, everybody thought that it would have to continue to grow in ground. But people from Bangladesh would take a 10-foot stalk and they'll turn it upside down. Mm. When they turned it upside down, they would put the dirt from the where they got it from and put it on top. And they would put fire on top of that. That fire never hit the plant, but it made all of the extraction from the branch go into the flower. So that's how it became sticky and compressed.
I got you.
And which also helped them create tasting.
Correct. I see. And modern, if you want me to take that straight into right now, that's called decarbonating your weed.
Decarbonization.
So when people back in the 90s, it was a big thing. Throw your blunt in the microwave for 10 seconds. It ain't a bad idea, because what are you doing? You are actually, if you need to activate THC, it activates about 210 degrees. Safely 220 where combustion happens.
Right.
And that's when THC, the active ingredient that we all love in the cannabis plant, is getting active.
Correct.
So to decarbonate some weed makes sense, because if you smoke decarbonated weed, trust me, your ass is fried.
Oh yeah, you are beyond fried.
You beyond. It's like activating the weed and then smoking. EP should do that shit every fucking day, because he's just a chronic ass smoker like that. He'll quit. I think that might be a way for you.
Is that true, EP?
Yeah, bro. EP about 3 joints light. What, we've been here for 10 minutes? Yeah, he missing about 3 sessions right off the back, right?
He sound like me and Lane. And you.
Yeah, we get down. Hey, listen, we gonna run up on our first break here. I cannot tell you, I'm gonna invite some people on this social media. Tell a friend, invite a friend. If you got a question for Casper Cee, the world famous Sorcerer Crew in-house today for his first Cleveland interview in such a long time, call in at 216-249-6650 to the Voice of Radio station. And don't forget to keep tuning in this evening, 7 o'clock, Al Porter's Hip Hop and Hot Mess in the Evening. We'll be back after this message. It ain't 5 o'clock just yet. Did she leave that? Oh, we still on the Facebook. We did. Yeah, that's so crazy. Yo, what up, Facebook? I don't know where my... Let me I gotta send this one over. Let me send the link over. Share. Copy link. Okay. That is crazy.
My dad's going over there and pissed about the ski.
That is crazy.
My dad's going over there and pissed about the ski.
That is like, wow, bro. What is you on for that, bro?
He pissed. He like, you hurt me, Brett. Pissed. That's deep.
Oh, definitely got to do a drop.
Yeah.
Oh, without a
No
doubt,
question.
bro. Ain't no way. You got to do one for Voice of Radio and do one for me.
Oh, man, say less, man.
Man, that's good. Because I got some good ones for you. I think, let's talk about a little bit what you're doing. Because I got some great historic stuff that part I definitely want on film with you here live, no AI.
We can talk about my DJ career, my production.
Oh, yeah, we got you. Oh,
the initiation of the social
Yeah.
projects, music production.
Okay.
One of my favorite producers is in the building right now.
Yeah.
That dude right there. His, if I would say this, me and Lay is Dre and Focus 3 Dots, or Dre and the Mailman. That's him and I. And I would compare him to that, and that ain't because he in the room.
Yeah.
I know his history. I know his music. But the one thing I can't say he's an asshole, because, and I'm an asshole too.
Wow.
Because
I know that
we are perfectionists.
I wouldn't even
we
say
can
that.
have
Y'all
one of the
just more
coolest
assholes.
songs.
No, I say asshole though.
And we can have one of the coldest
Perfectionist.
songs ever, and we'll never put it out.
Which is an asshole move.
It's some asshole shit. I got about 300 some songs on hard drives right now that I will never release.
That is so
I
wild.
heard the Detox album when I was down in Cali with my little brother Day One. He's a producer for SZA. His best friend was Nipsey Hussle. He be at Snoop Dogg studio all the time. Now I be there all the time now when I go there.
Oh shit.
That there's one of the roughest weed sessions ever.
Oh. Yeah. I don't even. I've been around.
I go in there with
Snoop. I don't even mess with
prednisone.
him.
I go in there with prednisone. I'll take an inhaler and a nebulizer before I go to his spot. Before I go to Snooperdelic Studios.
Nah.
You go.
Whoop.
Yo. Yeah.
Yeah. Welcome back to the Ohio gas station. We got in the house special guest tonight. We got Casper Cee up in this joint from the world famous Sorcerer Crew. Tell us a little bit. People don't know. He just not. As you've been discussing, if you've been tuned in a little bit, and when you look at this, you're gonna find out that he's just been more than just a DJ at first. He didn't even know about his DJ career to about right. But it makes sense though, because back then, in the truth of the matter, we participated in all elements of hip hop, whether you was good, bad, or indifferent. You tried to rap, you threw your name up, you you tried to break dance. But for us in Cleveland, we lucky. We was fortunate enough to couple dance when you sucker lames around in elementary school. You had to ask a girl to dance around these parts. I mean, straight up. We've never hit the dance floor alone around these parts. That's why Johnny-O, people don't understand. The other thing about going to Johnny-O's party was you was dancing with some girls. Period. I mean, back in the day, you just couldn't be in the house. It was no such thing as being a wallflower back then. Because some girl would come pull you off the wall and be like,
or vice versa.
A
dude could literally walk up on a girl and be like, girl, come on, and she grab their hand and you get to dancing.
And it was a real dance. Now, how close you got was how lucky you was.
Right, how close you got was depending on what kind of clothes you had on, fragrance you had on, and if you had some good herbs.
Yeah, that is very, very true.
And I tell you that my big brother Johnny-O, and I've said this on. many occasions, and every time our birthday rolls around, because our birthdays are a week apart.
Okay.
So my big brother, I would say this: if it wasn't for my brother John, there wouldn't be a Johnny-O and the Sorcerer Crew, or it would not be a Casper Cee. He is the epitome and the definition of Cleveland hip hop.
Oh, no doubt.
By far. And he molded us into a lot of different things. And a lot of people didn't know I was a DJ until my cousin Tim Wallace. Actually, I got to give him his flowers too.
Okay.
And DJ Cool Shot in
Oh,
McDowell.
Jesus.
Because I can bring him up because if it wasn't for Cool Shot, it really wouldn't be a Johnny-O and the Sorcerer Crew.
That's so wild.
And my cousin Tim, I had a DJ crew on 10-5 called the Noise Boys.
Okay.
And it was me. And back then, my name wasn't Casper.
Okay.
My name was just DJ C.
Okay.
And then my cousin Tim Wallace, DJ Code T, and a dude named Curtis Turner.
Let me just off-ramp you for 2 seconds.
Sure.
Cleveland hip-hop, people don't understand. Because over on Buckeye, people don't know. Me, SB, and EQ, rest in peace, DJ Gerald EQ, who had, what was his studio now? I forgot it.
Gerald EQ Robinson.
Yeah, Gerald EQ Robinson. We was the neighborhood DJs right here on Buckeye.
Yeah.
And we got to do parties at 15 and 16 over in Morris Black. So people don't know when he say he was the 10-5 neighborhood crew, that at the time was different levels. It was a high school DJ, maybe a little 19 to 21-year-old DJ. And in that neighborhood, each neighborhood, we could go to the Black Frost crew. We could go, like Johnny-O and them was big, Sorcerer Crew. You couldn't even touch Collinwood, probably all the way down to Glenville. And to be honest with you, shout out to Johnny-O, because Glenville and Collinwood didn't mesh back then.
Never.
But when Johnny-O DJ'd, it all came together. We used to try to get in St. Al's. I can't even think about all the parties.
And then, back then, you also got to understand there was a lot of, this is where gang banging then, and me being from that life. Shout out to all of my PMLs out there. No, I wasn't a St. Clair gangster.
Yeah, okay.
I wasn't a St. Clair gangster. I was GD, still is.
See?
7 4 to the world, bro, retired.
Look at that shit.
And at that time, there was a lot of banging going on. A lot of people, but we had our own gangs here in Cleveland.
That's right.
Severe gangs. I'm talking about BCO, Dirty 30, 93, 93rd. You got HVD. You had the MOs. You had the SP Lords, St. Clair Gangsters. Then you had the British Knights. You had Nina Raw. You had the 79th Rollers. So
King, Boogie Boys.
All of that.
Miles Raiders.
LL Boogie Boys.
You got EP got ran by them a couple times.
And see, back then we weren't afraid. We weren't afraid to wear our jackets. So we go into these clubs, the Coco Ballroom, all that. We got on our shit. You know what I'm saying?
But we was fighting afterwards.
And we fighting. But the good thing about it, though, we was able to go home, lick our wounds, and get up to see another day.
It wasn't a shoot,
So back then, the crews. The one thing that I can say about the crews is, despite where you were, it wasn't where you from. It's where you at musically. So when Johnny-O started the crew, he was always just based upon I want the city to party.
Oh shit!
That's it. So
it was true.
It was Cochise and Johnny-O first.
Yeah.
So Johnny-O decided he wanted to merge off and create his own crew. That's damn near during the time of your touring. Am I not wrong about that? Because that got going so long ago. Like, well, no, he was. See, Beckman Hall and them, that was pre-Source, but that was so long. No.
That was like, if I'm thinking right, Beckman and all of that was like 82, 83-ish. And then I think that started going out, because I think they were on Fresh and all. It wasn't until about 85, 86, I think, we started getting touring, and then y'all was like out. Right. Then that's when, I know when we could date it, is by when y'all took the one picture with the black and white, you got the leather pants on, y'all was, I think that was your tour.
That was That you talking about when we was on the OH10 album?
I remember the OH10 album.
That was
no,
with the
it was
Adidas
almost
and the chains
y'all.
and the
It was
black
almost like y'all black and white headshot, but it was a crew shot of y'all.
Okay, so that one with Johnny-O and the Sorcerer Crew and all of us. You talk about with Mr. T or all of it.
I think
all
so,
of them.
yeah.
Okay, so that was before the Fresh Fest.
Wow. See, that is historically so dope. Let me ask you a question since we back here, because we're going to get into what you're doing here lately. How in the world did you get initiated into the Sorcerer Crew?
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I got told that's a good question to ask you by a good source of a good person that we both know and love to death.
Okay. So the initiation of the Sorcerer Crew.
Yeah.
John wanted to start his own crew. And he was on the Club Style Show.
Oh, no shit. WDMT. Shout out to WDMT.
Yes. Shout out to all of the greats. Lynn Cannon, Carol Ford.
Oh,
Dean,
my God.
Dean, the music machine.
Dean. Shout out.
The late, great Freddie James. Yeah. All of them cats. So he was on Club Style Show, and it was just him and Cool Shock at the time. And I think Wayne D and Mr. T was there as well.
That was his backup DJs at the time, right?
Well, no, it was just DJ Cool Shock.
Cool Shock
was his only backup.
Shock was his only backup then, okay.
Okay, so he was on the air and he said, I'm about to start my own crew. And I'm going to be doing auditions. I ended up getting in contact with my cousin, Tim Wallace. And he was like, well, shit, we can just go over Cool Shock house. So I started going over Cool Shock house.
Shocker, right?
Right. So he stayed on the 4 block. He stayed on 140th off St. Clair on Arts.
If y'all don't know, y'all better ask somebody.
So at that time, I'm 10-5, that's 4 block.
Right.
Don't mix. It's 10-5 against everybody.
Don't mix.
So I go over there. I remember we driving over there in my auntie Dorothy's Granada. And we was getting baked out on a good ass stuffed dime bag that I got from the house and some Colombian gold. Back then, a dime bag, you 15 big joints in. Easy. So
had to be a half.
Oh man, listen. So we get over there and Shock was telling me about this and that, and I said, okay, bet. So John said, all right, you say your name is Bloop. And I was like, yeah. I said, but everybody call me DJ C. But I'm changing my name to Casper. And he said, why you change your name to Casper? I said, we'll talk about that later. I said, but I want to become a member. He said, okay, meet me over at the Spectrum on Miles. We doing a gig over there.
No.
So I said, damn, I leave the 4 block and I got to meet them on the south side. You know what I'm saying? 10-5 never fucked with nobody on the south side. They knew it.
And Miles
and
was
nobody
heavy back then.
and nobody never on the south side never came on 10-5.
Never.
Ever.
Different parts of the world almost.
It was right. It was different sex. So sex. SECTS.
Yeah.
For those of y'all that think that I'm being nasty. Right, a little different. Y'all, how they call it? Weird?
A little weird.
Yeah, that word been ever around since cavemen started flame broiling their hamburgers, but now they want to look at their encyclopedia. So I ended up hopping on the 10. I had some herb, I had some brew, I had my pack of Newport 100s, and a 38 snub nose.
No shit.
And I took the 10, I got off, hopped on the 19 at 93rd and Miles. I get on Miles, I get off, and I walk up to the Spectrum. Why that bitch closed?
No shit.
I'm like, for real?
And you in there.
They got me.
No shit.
They got me.
No shit. This is hilarious.
I hop back on the 19, back on the 10, and I get to the house, and I'm sitting on the porch, and I'm just mad as hell. I'm smoking all the herb.
You shitting me.
The next day, I called. He ain't pick up the phone. I called the following day, and he picked up the phone. That was a Monday. And he was like, hey, what's going on, man? I was like, I came over there, John, but, wasn't nobody there. It was closed. He was like, damn, I forgot to tell you that, you know, they closed, and you know, so we rescheduled. But I'm doing a gig at a party on 140th and Rugby this Friday. I said, okay, bet that. So here we are again. I got to go on the 4 block.
Right.
So I get over there and I get off at 140th and St. Clair. I'm hearing these bullfrogs in the back of this house bumping.
Yeah.
Like literally from Rugby to St. Clair.
Yeah.
And I'm walking. I'm just following the sound. I get to the house, Stephanie Minor. I get to the house. I'm walking through the driveway. As I'm walking through the driveway, all these 4 block niggas like,
wrong neighborhood.
Right, they looking at me like, who the fuck this fool, you know? So I'm walking through, you know, and I get to the garage. When I get to the garage, John back there killing this shit.
Yeah.
I mean, there had to be at least 100-something people in his backyard.
Right.
So he killing it. I see Shock. I give him some dap. I see Mr. T. I didn't know him. I didn't know Wayne. Wayne was the green-eyed boy.
Yeah.
And then I saw McAdoo.
Oh, man.
So,
2 of the best beatbox people don't know he was a great beatboxer, too.
Not Mike.
Oh. Okay.
Earl Holliman.
Earl was good. Earl was great.
Right.
But,
rest in peace to Earl.
Yeah, but then McAdoo.
Mike McAdoo was strictly a lyricist.
Okay.
So at that time, I was the only beatboxer, but then nobody knew I beatboxed.
No shit. It was you that
It was just, I was beatboxing.
It was you and Earl that was beatboxing there.
Earl didn't come till later on.
Later.
Way later.
Okay.
So I was beatboxing then.
No shit.
82. Was it 82, 83?
Look at how long
84,
ago.
something like that, like?
Ooh.
About 84, something like that?
Damn.
So I was beatboxing, and he was jamming, and it was just Mike McAdoo giving me a mean mug, like, who the fuck this dude, you know? Everybody think that he's the little, you know, quiet dude, but he wasn't. He was a straight up G.
Yeah.
So we get there, and it's a Mattel Sensonic drum. When they first came out, the first drum, Mattel Sensonic.
That's question number 2. It's crazy. A Mattel
Sensonic drum.
No way.
So it was sitting there, and John was like, "You know what to do with that?" I was like, "Hell yeah, I know what to do with it. I'm capping like a motherfucker. I ain't never seen this drum machine, but on the commercial."
No shit.
No shit. So I'm like, boom, 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 da, da, da. And I'm going with the beat, but then he cut on Sucker MCs. And then I'm just like, and I'm listening to it.
So
I'm finger
tapped it. Yeah, you finger drummed it out.
I'm finger drumming while he doing that. And Mike McAdoo, like, he's like, 1, 2, 1, 2. And then after that, and then when he came in with the 2 years ago, and John was just like 2 years ago, and I'm on the drums.
Still with the beat going. Yeah.
And then Mike McAdoo started bussing. And every time he brought in 2 years ago, money go 2 years ago, and I'm still doing the drums.
Yeah.
Then Shock get on.
This is
And,
90, bro. This is historic right here.
84.
So let me tell you, historically, I'm gonna be honest with you. One of my other favorite records of all time would be Gucci Time by PSK and I forgot it. Yeah, Schoolie D and PSK, because people don't know. They both was on vocals. One was on the turntables, and the other was on the drum machine. This is essence of that, but that shit didn't even happen till like 88. That was past y'all.
Right.
That was well past y'all doing that.
It was literally us building the foundation of Cleveland hip hop.
That's so crazy to me.
So the party was over, and I'm about to roll out. John was like, "It's official. You're part of my crew now." And I'm like, "What's the name of the crew?" He said, "We'll figure that out later." I was like, "Okay, can I get a ride home?" He's like, "You got here on the bus, leave on the bus."
Oh, golly.
So I'm walking down the driveway. I'm like, "Hey, shit, you ain't said nothing."
Right.
So I'm walking, and then he like, "Man, I'm just fucking with you, man. Get in the car, I'll take you home."
No shit.
He had a LeSabre at the time.
See.
Hey, the LeSabre was a bad one.
It was
man.
Yeah,
listen.
he was. Yeah.
And he had the sounds in there, mad crazy. So he took me home, dropped me off, And the rest was history.
That is so crazy. That would have been the other answer. That other question that I'm gonna let you know, John-O asked me was, what drum machine did you make that? I forgot what song he said, but you made a beat on it. But I bet you it was that drum machine you just said because of the historic nature of it. It was one song he asked me to ask you what drum machine, and I forgot the song. That's why I smoke too much damn weed. That's the
my brother?
No, Johnny-O. Yeah.
What drum machine did we do?
I forgot. It was a good song. I knew the name of that song, and that's what my high ass get, bro.
Would it be When It Breaks?
Maybe that.
Me and the Boys?
It was an old school song. I forgot which one it was, but it's got to be a
Fever
drum
in the
machine.
Funk House, 12
Maybe
Ways.
Fever in the Funk House. What drum machine?
The drum machines that John had at that time, because I was broke.
Okay.
John literally would purchase everything that we needed.
Oh shit.
Off rip. Shout out to Mama O and Papa O. They no longer with us.
Right.
They will always live in our hearts because they are the ones that put up with all of our shit at 13501 Ashburton.
That's so crazy.
Off St. Clair.
We all love that address.
Yeah.
I felt the privilege when I found out that address for the first time. I was like, oh shit, I got Johnny-O's address.
Everything was done on the third floor.
Yeah.
Literally. So the first drum machine that we messed with was the Oberheim DMX.
Oh, wow.
That was the first one that we messed with. We did a lot of projects on the Oberheim. We went from the Oberheim. We started with the Mattel Sensonic. We did Working the Wheels.
Sensonic.
We did Working the Wheels on that. That never came out. That was just something that we would do when we do shows, DJing parties and stuff.
Right.
So it was the Mattel Sensonic. Then we switched to the Oberheim DMX. Then we went over to the Roger Lindrum.
Oh, wow.
From that to ASR-10. Then we went from that to the Sequential Tom. The Sequential Tom, we did a lot of music on. Tons of music. But then we started getting more serious with the music once we started getting deeper into recording.
Okay.
So the recording, we were messing with SP12.
Oh, yeah.
The SP12.
It was the standard, and people who don't know Nerd now, it's because the sample size was so small that it was almost cleared.
1 second.
You know, it was 1 second, and then they had already ruled.
I take that back.
What was it?
SP12, the first one, that was 2.5 seconds of sample time. Or like, it was a little bit more than the Casio.
Yeah, it was just a little bit more.
Just a little bit more. I want to say maybe 2.5 to 5 seconds.
2 seconds.
Yeah, 2 seconds. But what we would do is we would put the song on 45.
Oh, slow it down.
Yeah, actually on 78.
Yeah.
If you had the belt drive.
If
you had the belt drive. If you shut up.
Nobody damn record player got a 78 on it.
Hey, but do some real shit.
The fuck is a record player?
Hey, did that though, but a lot of those samples we would put on a record player that had 78.
Oh yeah, true.
So it'd be like, but we would take it and manipulate it to where we could have at least half of the sample, and we would take it and chop it into different pieces.
That's so wild. Now let me take it up into what you have been doing. This production element of you know, people might not know, but some of your production skills. And recently, you know, I know you just got off the West Coast out there doing your little West Coast tour doing up. What have you been up currently? And after that, I'm probably ask you about what do you think about the current state of hip hop and maybe how the cannabis culture is influencing that.
Sounds good. So recently, I just been interacting on the West Coast with my little brother, Day One. Day One is a phenomenal producer. He has his recording firm, XCVII. So I think that's 97 recordings. Or 96 recordings, and that's up under Interscope. So he's a phenomenal producer. I made him a studio rat back when he was 17, and I was living in California. He literally took a closet and turned it into a studio, and I got tired of him being in the closet. So I said, "You coming with me?" Now we in the studios on Tahunga, Heartless Records, and Individual Records. That was my Jamaican family's 2 studio houses.
Wow.
So I've been interacting with him a lot. I am now up under his management company.
Very
So
dope.
I've been interacting with him a lot and interacting with other major
Yeah.
players out there, the DJ Quicks, the Snoop Dogg's.
Ooh, y'all name dropping that. Y'all
You
heard
know, a
that
couple
right.
of people that we've
Ooh,
been interacting
let me
with.
just say something. He just slid in DJ Quick, and whoever don't know who DJ Quick, a lot of people like old school might not know, but you should look him up because
Phenomenal.
listen, West Coast to East Coast back in the day, some stuff didn't make it across the Mississippi, and whatever
True.
reason, DJ Quick didn't. If you was in LA, you got sick and tired of DJ Quick. You heard so much of it that
Facts.
it was oversaturated. I can't put a reference to what song hit like that on the East Coast to what Quick is to the West Coast. People don't understand. Like he go platinum in California and don't even fuck with us.
Any artist or producer can go platinum in Cali alone.
You know what I'm saying? People don't.
DJ Quick. True story about DJ Quick. First of all, I want to say that he is one of the most phenomenal producers of all time. He's in my
All
top
time. Y'all don't even
He's in my
understand.
top 5.
Quick is cold.
He is musically so in tune with music, and a lot of people don't understand the 12-note theory. So anything with music
off in the weed.
is a 12-note theory. So
Like me talking about cannabis.
right. So you stupid.
the
But see, I can relate though.
Yeah.
To when you talking
Yeah,
about
but you know that, yeah.
So DJ Quick had told me when I was living in California, he said, you wanna get a good mix, you mix low and you listen high. So you listen to the lowest possible frequency, and then you bump that shit as loud as you can. So that's how I learned how to mix. So so I've been interacting a lot with my brother Day One, and he just made California history by doing the first collective. It's called the Diamond Collective. And the Diamond Collective is 80 female MCs out of California. And it's the first project ever in California history that's making big noise. It's called the Diamond Collective. Y'all check him out. Y'all go to his IG, Day One. Phenomenal producer. So I've been interacting with him a lot. And I just been handling my business mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually.
You sneakily just mentioned East Coast and West Coast. So it's like you got a West Coast type almost career. What do we not know about Casper Cee being on both these coasts like this? Like, you know, a lot of people don't know. I mean, I'm sure you catching me. I knew about it because you told me about it.
Right.
But your West Coast connection. How do you got these roots in the over on the West Coast?
I gotta give all of that to my Jamaican family. Shout out to Tigo. Shout out to G Paper, and shout out to my brother cousin, Prophecy G2.
Yeah.
Prophecy, the butter sauce champ, 10-5 general as well. He got signed.
Okay.
He got signed to individual records. My Jamaican family. He got signed, and when he moved out there, I was still here in Cleveland.
Okay.
So he told them.
And this is after touring, right?
This is 96.
Y'all gotta realize, but this is after these guys. He's still underrated, and we still minimize as something that he is like one of the first touring national acts as a lead MC on a hip hop show. And these first tours,
just one, because I would have to give it up to MC Chill first.
Yeah.
That's big.
We always got see.
MC
You
Chill.
know why? I take MC Chill for so much for granted because I just
and he
grew
still
up
got
with him.
bars.
Yeah, I just grew up
He's
with
gonna
him.
be on my project.
I mean, I just seen him in, like, I remember MC Chill in Woodhill Park when Cool Cigarettes still could sponsor events.
Well, they
used to
sponsored
come out
us.
there. You know what I'm
They
saying?
sponsored
They
us.
had them cancer sticks up in the neighborhood, giving the whole neighborhood nicotine for the next 80 years.
Hey, let me tell you
I'm
something.
still addicted, goddamn it.
When it breaks, and me and the boys cassette tape has me, John, and Mike McAdoo with Cool Cigarettes on because they backed our play.
See that?
I had the Cool Cigarette wristbands, T-shirts.
Oh my God!
That is the cover of the When It Breaks. Me and the boys.
That is true. When I say that, I'm saying that we minimize him doing that national tour and what that is to the legacy of hip hop and him being on just one of the real no matter what we saying, this is forefather foundational type
absolutely.
shit. Just from
Absolutely.
Listen, I actually all you historians, just pull up your record books, get out your old VHS test, because we got the receipts over this bitch. I'm gonna tell you right now, historically, Cleveland we was just getting down so much longer than everybody else from way back when. We just really did a great job, and it's all due to the pioneers, Johnny.O, Casper Cee, the Sorcerer crew. Like he said, I never want to not give shout out to Co-Chief.
Oh yeah,
Bud
the
McFarland,
forefathers.
The real forefathers
MC
of this.
Chill, you know what I'm saying?
Chill.
Cochise.
Yes.
All I know is I know then when we started doing all of the different music.
Yeah.
With me, I come from a rock and roll family. My mother didn't listen to nothing but rock and roll.
Okay.
And my grandmother listened to country. I loved soul. I was raised off of the Bootsy Collins and Blowfly, Parliament Funkadelic, all of these cats, Buddy Miles, Santana. Yeah. So I grew up in a well-versed home of music, and my father, not my Jamaican father, the man that raised me, George Hendricks, he is a legend in Cleveland, and he's in the R&B Hall of Fame.
Oh,
He was one of the lead singers of a group called the Hesitations.
See, there we go.
So that's my father, George Hendricks.
So you've been around.
So I love music. I learned how to play drums off of Buddy Miles when he was with Santana. Another guy named Diodato. Santana.
Great music.
A lot of Led Zeppelin, John Bottom, rest in peace. Got my drum game together. Iron Butterfly got me interested in playing keyboards when they came out with Inagata Davida.
Right.
So I learned Inagata Davida.
It's so crazy.
I learned that by listening to ear. I don't know not one fucking note.
Yeah.
I just know how to play it when I hear it. So that is how I learned the elements of music, not just being a crab in a barrel.
Right.
So my mother and my dad and my grandmother and my grandfather, they encouraged me to listen to different types of music. My oldest sister, she went to my alma mater, one of my alma maters, Empire Junior High.
Okay.
And that was around the corner from my house. So when I started going there, I got called to the office the first day. They like, bloop, 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 please come to the principal's office.
Right.
I'm like, fuck, I just got here.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh man, they went in my locker room, they found my gun.
Oh shit.
So I'm in the 7th grade.
In the 7th?
Oh yeah, I was in 7th grade. So I went to the principal's office, and the choir teacher and the band teacher was there, Miss Weiss and Mr. Bird. And they said, your sister's named Deidre, and I said, yeah. Well, she told us that she was going to be coming here. You're going to be in the band and the choir.
No joke.
And I ended up being in the band and the choir, junior high, high school, madrigals, won contests, singing competitions, spring festivals, and then everything lead up to that. So musically, I know how to play everything. I'm a multi-genre artist.
Listen, man, and people, at one time, I'm going to tell you, I was probably so hip-hop competitive that I really wanted to be better than the Sorcerer crew, and I really only thought you was a rapper at one time. Like, forget that, we just get one rapper to take that dude out.
But what's so good?
And we'll get 2 DJs to beat Johnny.O. We'll get 3 beatboxers to beat Earl Hop. We was really like trying to stack like Voltron.
But that's crazy though, because the funny thing a lot of people don't know is John never wanted me to become a rapper.
That's so crazy.
Ever. I said I want to get on the mic, and this is crazy, EP, because what's so crazy is I think EP had asked me this a few years back about where you get your rap skill from. I think that's when he was over at the other building.
Yeah.
And I said it was never my intention to become a rapper. I became a rapper because the Sorcerer crew disbanded.
Oh.
So once we disbanded, John and I were at the Reason Why.
Oh, my favorite set.
That was his headquarters. He DJ'd there
all the time.
Every
like
Sunday and
Wednesday?
Tuesday.
Yeah, it was
Sunday and Tuesday.
Sunday and Tuesday.
Shout out to Forecast upstairs, my uncle Lynn Adams, Tiger, all them cats. No doubt. So we was coming from a gig, and he said Mike McAdoo don't want to rap no more. He want to focus more on his family, the church, things like that. And I can respect that.
Right.
I'll get to him shortly. But when we were leaving, the reason why, and going down Fair Hill, John said, so what's up? You gonna leave me too? I said, fuck you talking about?
Yeah.
He said, you gonna leave me too? Johnny-O and Social Crew ain't no more. I said, okay, well, we'll reinvent ourselves.
Yeah.
I said, I'm riding with you till the wheels fall off. As we going down Fair Hill, he said, well, we got to change our name. I said, well, what we going to change it to? Casper Cee and Johnny-O? He's like, let's call ourselves the Psycho Unit. Fuck it.
Psycho Unit.
This is when the Cleveland Psychiatric Unit sat on Fair Hill.
On Fair Hill, people don't know.
I get to the house, and I made our first song, Why You Want to Be a Psycho. And it was spelled the letter Y, the letter U, the number 1, the number 2, the letter B, the letter A, then Psycho. Why you want to be a psycho? So I got that derived off of Van Halen's OU812.
Ah.
So I used Why You Want to Be a Psycho.
I hate to tell you, you shot so far over our head with that we probably didn't get the reference at that time. I'm serious, bro. I'm like here. I was digging in the crates. But until you just said that reference, and I was like, oh, that makes sense.
That's when I became a rapper.
Till right now, when I'm old as shit right now. But now it makes sense.
It makes sense, right? Yeah. So that night was where we put Johnny-O and the Sorcerer Crew to bed, and we started the new journey of the Psycho Unit. So I made the first song called Why You Want to Be a Psycho.
See, that's so wild.
Did it right in my living room on the SP1200. I freaked the Humpty Dance, breakdown, the boom, and I had that, and I put a sinister ass organ behind it, and why you want to be a psycho? Yeah. It started up with Kaji on the logo, and it happened in a disco, motherfucker didn't know what he was in for, shot his ass with a 4-4, and when John heard that part, he said it's over. He said we went straight to the studio and did the whole album. That's when I became a rapper.
That is so wild, and the historical content of that is crazy because it appeared to us different almost, and to hear this late in the game, and I'm trying to tell you, I've got a pretty decent relationship with John, and I get to pick his brain about a few hundred things, and this part of the feeling in that is amazing, and I'm glad I'm the one to get to capture this on film and record this for history stakes, because I don't think these little parts, like that bit of how y'all fashion that album behind that and the historical context, because we got to let people know it need to be. This dude is live, living in the flesh. If you don't want to believe me, go back and look at history when these guys was out touring and look at the pictures. I swear to God, everybody on that tour looked like a bum, but y'all.
Wow,
like
you think that's what you're doing?
Like a straight bum, man. Listen, what else do you?
Why would he play that though? I'm sorry. Why would he play that though? Another true fact: when we was doing that song, that was at Time Tracks Recording Studios on St. Clair. We were in the A room. We were in the B room recording this.
What was his name? Mike. What's his name?
Mike McAdoo.
Mike. Yeah,
that's my bro. The other half of Sorcerer Crew. That's him rapping right now.
Ow!
I didn't come in until the second verse. You got enough money yet?
Facebook, I hope you're getting that.
You will get this.
YouTube, they playing
the evangelist.
the Psycho Unit.
Against me, trying to
I don't know if we can hear it good.
Circumcise your throne like the doctor has cut you, yeah. Rocking the beat and making no mistake. You know the cut the bust the speakers and it's called When It Breaks, yeah.
See?
Now, the funny thing about that song.
What's that?
John was making me stop right here, but it was still going, and I was like, wait a minute, party people, I'm not through. I wasn't supposed to say that there. No, John was like, hey, hold on, we got it right there. And I was like this through the window, and I just screamed out, wait a minute. Then when I did that, he was like, oh shit, he still got some more shit to say. So while we were recording this in that room, Scott and Raven was recording Monkey Paw in the other room.
The hell? Cleveland history right here.
So a lot of people didn't know that.
If you want to hear a crazy song, I would say better than a one-hit wonder. It came out of Cleveland. It was called The Monkey Paw.
The Monkey Paw.
And this was, to me, it was a song about weed before we was a song about weed. Maybe some shit about Bob Marley. Bob might have hit us with a couple, maybe some reggae artists. But Monkey Paw,
straight out with
let me talk about that's Cleveland Ebonics. That was a weed that was up here. It was a dance. I hate to tell you, it was a version of off the WAP that was called the Monkey. That was called the Monkey Paw. We used to name our dances, you suckers, back in the day. And it was the Monkey Paw. And it was a club. Listen, it really wasn't hip hop. That's to your point. Yeah. It really was not hip hop. But was it a dance hit?
It was It was a dance hit because they derived it with a hip hop feel, but they were based off of funk music. To this day, shout out to Terry Scott. Yeah. That's big, bro. And we got a project that we gonna work on too.
See that. So people don't remember even before hip hop and leading into Bud and Johnny-O and the DJ. Like we had Kinsman Dash, we had world class bands here. That used to rock every bar around here. You just went from Eddie Backus Jr. I can't even go through all of the great local bands. Kinsman Dash, people don't know. They turned into the Dash Band who went on to national fame. But they was called Kinsman Dash more like when you said you was a 10-5 DJ, I'm a Buckeye DJ. Kinsman Dash was a local the neighborhood of Kinsman. That is the band that played in they local 5 bars in there, and they rotated on the weekend. People, we was clicked up like that. I mean, you could go to other neighborhoods, but trust me, the neighborhood took care of itself.
And that was the thing that more importantly, John had made the mission since then in the 80s. He had made it a mission to bring all the artists together.
Yes, he did. Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. We did that in Mike Chapman's basement. Shout out to Mike Chapman.
Mike Chapman.
He was our mixed engineer.
Mike Chapman was the only master in town. If Mike didn't touch your shit, it probably wasn't ready to go on the radio.
That was like saying, if Dr. Dre ain't touched your shit, you ain't shit. Mike Chapman. Mike Chapman was that guy.
He was.
If Mike Chapman didn't mix and master your shit.
Back then, that was the level of how serious you are about your music.
Lay low. Hey, look, one of my favorite producers is in the building right now. Lay low.
Yeah.
And he can vouch for that. That right there was done in Mike Chapman's basement in Shaker.
Wow.
Legally Deaf was mixed and mastered by me, Johnny-O, and Mike Chapman at Beechwood Studios. That was the only song off of the OH10 album that was mixed out of Beechwood Studios was Legally Deaf.
That is so dope. Shout out to OH10. If y'all don't want to know, I saw that album on, actually 7 had it up. DJ 7, shout out to DJ 7 over at
DJ 7,
Classic Tattoos over. And shout out to Psyco who did that album cover. The man who also did Thieveland. It is a small tight world because I ain't gonna get it is some blood relationship type. Even Johnny-O going down, it's some tightness in our little community that we do for different reasons. EP is back here on the mix, going back through. So this is such historic. Listen, you hip hop junkies.
I'm over here smiling. Yeah. I don't mean to cut you off, bro.
Good.
But I'm over here smiling because he's going through the OH10 album, and a lot of people don't know that the OH10 album was the first collaboration album ever in the country, and it hit the Billboard.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't know that me and John produced that entire album, drum beats and everything, except for, was it? I know Eddie Ib did. I Thought You Knew.
Okay.
No, he scratched on it. I did the beat for that.
Yeah.
I pretty much did all of the beat production on that entire album, except for it was 2 of them that I know I didn't do.
Let me be honest with you.
Maybe 3.
The most stolen album I ever got was that album right there too, because of the thing. When I used to go and I used to DJ, that is what I put in front of my edge of my thing to represent Ohio and Cleveland. I put the OH10 because one, they was bright red. It had Psyco art. It said Ohio on it. It said OH10.
It had my dude Boss. Had all of that money, the cell phones and all of that.
That shit was Boss.
Did the graphics and all that.
That shit was the shit, and it was. you get that album stolen from you because when you go somewhere else, people used to be like, "What is this?" And that one was the one that came up short.
And that was the one that's always come up short. It was one song on the OH10 album called "Explode" by one of the original founders of the Sorcerer Cool DJ Shot. Yeah. And that one right there, besides I Thought You Knew, Legally Deaf, of course, and all of that, but "Explode" was one that hit the country by storm. We didn't even know. And me and Shot was literally at my house. No, we was at John's house when I did the drum beat when I produced this track. And we did the vocals and everything on the third floor, 13501.
No joke.
Yeah.
This is like history right here. And I feel honored and privileged here at the Voice of Radio that we are getting the historical lesson from this. Like this is like when I say I'm gonna say this is. I can't think this. What year was this one? Then this had to be.
That was 86.
That's 80. 86. That means Sano was still in high school.
When did Dope Man come out? 86? 88.
Yeah,
it was 86 or 87.
Yeah,
because
Sano came out when we was doing everything funky on Shaker Boulevard. Coventry first.
Facts. Yeah. So it's a lot of history on that OH10 album, and to this day, it's still selling, which is crazy.
That is so. What else do you think is? What would you say more of? If you would say one of your proudest moments in, say, your entertainment career, what would you think one of your proudest, like, if you say, listen, I want, this is when I was, like, what is one of those moments?
There's so many of them, but the one that I can honestly say is when me and John linked up with our homie Bootsy. Shout out to Bootsy wherever he is. He wanted to start his own record.
Bootsy Collins?
No. It was a D-boy here by the name of Bootsy.
Okay.
And he stayed off 110 over by Parkwood.
Okay.
So the most exciting moment for me was when we got invited to the International Rap-On Convention in Norfolk, Virginia.
No shit.
And it was just going to be me, John, and YLC representing the Psycho unit. Oh, and MC Craig Bills. I can't forget about Craig Bills.
Okay.
Phenomenal MC. He was also, we made a group with us too called Threat Set. You don't know about that. Ooh. So that was the IROC convention. Went down there, and it was a showcase. This was back when Do the Right Thing just pretty much came out and was big as fuck.
Yeah.
So when we got there, everybody was doing their thing. We walked in with about 60 motherfuckers. All of us had on the same shit. And they had me surrounded as we going into this big ass club. When they was like, daggone, who is these motherfuckers? So we came in and just bogart our way straight to the front.
Right.
Off into the side of the stage. And they sat me down. When they sat me down, everybody disbanded. They saw a motherfucker in a straitjacket with a hood on, just rocking back and forth.
Yeah.
So everybody was like, what's wrong with this motherfucker? So we ended up going and doing our show. We did 3 songs off of the Psycho Unit album, which is, we'll get to that when I tell you about the new project. So it was, I went up there and I did Boom in the Night, The Head Mac and Charger, Why You Want to Be a Psycho. Okay. I came out with a diaper, socks, and a straitjacket.
Yeah. That's what people gonna know. I was gonna set the stage for historical content. When the brother said he was in a straitjacket, bro, look back at the album covers and look back at the pictures. He was actually in a straitjacket. I think both y'all was on the one headshot that y'all both was in straitjackets over each other's shoulder. And I remember just distinctly
you going all the way back. That was the first. That was the first photo. The first photo had that, but the original Psycho Unit was just me and John, where we just broke into with me on there.
Okay.
So on
on
that show, it was packed. And when I did Head Mac and Charge, no, I did Boom in the Night first. And when I did that, then we did Head Mac and Charge, then Why You Want to Be a Psycho. And then Craig Bills played my doctor with a house, doctor's jacket on, writing shit down. And then when he got to the end of Why You Want to Be a Psycho, John like, give me a quick one. And then just walked off the stage and they drugged me off the stage. That night is when Michael Malden walked up to me. But before Michael Malden walked up to me, DJ, man, I miss that dude. Shout out and rest in peace to one of the greatest DJs ever. DJ Clark Kent walked up to me and said, motherfucker, I'll sign y'all right now.
Wow.
Mike Malden said, no,
now tell us who Mike Malden is.
Mike Malden, Lucy Ryans, Philip C. Calloway, and Bart Phillips. They had a management company called Entertainment Resources International.
Yeah.
They managed Javier and the Straightjackers. They managed Arrested Development. They managed Crisscross. And Mike Malden is Jermaine Dupri's father.
Yeah.
So the first time, the first moment was when we got done with that show. D Nice came on after us.
My name is D Nice.
And he like, what's up, y'all? They like, It's like, yeah, that boy dope. I need to give it up. But who y'all really come to see? And the crowd was like, Psycho. Yeah. He started laughing at that embarrassment laugh, like, and we ended up having to do 2 more songs after that.
Let's go.
We left the venue. A lot of people don't know I suffer from severe anxiety. So anytime we did gigs, I would go straight to the hotel room. I don't see nobody. So when we got back to the hotel, everybody that was involved in the showcase just gave us a standing O. I went to my room, chilled out, and then that's when I had a good time that night with the girl from Doing the Right Thing.
Ooh.
There was a light skin. I can't remember her name. I got a picture of her now. She was the one when it was like, we're going to boycott Sal's Pizza. And she was like, fuck you. I was born off of that shit.
Oh, yeah.
She knocked on my door, and we had a beautiful night.
Oh, shit. Stardom. I love groupie love, man. That's some inside groupie love. Yeah. Now, tell us about these new projects you got going on.
Oh,
man. And listen, this historical lesson you got for us. When I say I love it, we got to probably have you back because we ain't even really scratched a whole lot of what I really like. I know, and it's just like for his history's sake.
Laylo's ass do a lot of shit.
I feel like it needs to be on film, and like EP said, if it didn't happen at the Voice of Radio, we doubting it happened. So I would love for you to come back and do it. But I do want to talk
Hopefully
about
I can bring Mike McAdoo with me.
Man, I would. Man, listen.
Before we talk about the future projects and stuff, I got to give my shout out to my brother, the one and only MC Mike McAdoo. Black and Dangerous.
Okay.
And when I talk about wordsmith, when I talk about a pen's assassination, his pens are assassinators. And I always compare him to Purple Rain. Okay, so Purple Rain, when Prince's father shot himself, and he ran downstairs, he was just tearing shit up and all that. And he opened up the treasure chest and just started throwing shit everywhere and found out it was music. And he just started recreating all the music. Mike McAdoo got about 5 of those treasure chests full of rhymes ready to kill anybody at will.
No shit.
Right now to this day.
That was no shit.
So I wanted
That's a good question. I got one sidebar for you.
Sure.
Who do you think the best MC ever was? I'll give you 2. No more. You gotta pick 2. Who's the
Cleveland?
best? In general. Who's the best 2? If there's the best MC, what's the best MC battle versus who you pick? You got 2, and we got 10 seconds.
Okay. Okay, we got 10 seconds. I'm gonna go with Eric B and Rakim.
Oh, that's just Eric B. I mean, we just Rakim then.
I mean, yeah, Rakim, not Eric B. Eric B is a DJ. I would have to go with Rakim.
KRS-One would have killed him.
Who?
Chris got more than.
Wait, hold on. Who you say?
KRS-One would have killed him.
Okay, so that's
my opinion. I just said that just to start some shit.
I dig that. I would have to go with him, and I would have to go with Cool G Rap.
Great 2. It'd be a great battle.
If I had to do honorable mentions, I would have to say KRS-One and Big Daddy Kane.
See, he is historically correct for a time period, and I'm gonna tell you why. the gravity of when they was rapping and how much competition was out, they slayed everybody. So all of the dudes he said in this littered field of artists of today is a different. This dude is the best of cool rap. I never heard of cool rap. They just invented that shit, but they are maybe the best. Cool and back then it was only rap. And to me, Karis One used to be Rakim all the time because he put out more records. Just flat out, I just thought that braggadociousness. And now historically, we see the contractual. We see more like why that could have been.
For me, with KRS One, I couldn't put him in the category of Rakim because Rakim was more intellectual beefing, but KRS One was straight up street, but giving you philosophy. Yeah, he was giving you philosophy and spitting at you, but saying I could gang bang on you at the same time.
I'm gonna give you that, but why man? I'm gonna go.
All the reason why that why dang came out because he didn't have nothing else to say before the fucking rap came in. That's how that came in.
You hard. I'm gonna give you that perspective, and then I just think when he moved, and then in the battle round. MC Shan versus KRS one of the historic ones, probably set off like really like crew battle. I take that back. I mean, real crew battle was Roxanne Shante by herself destroying UTFO. If you really want to know, walking down the street,
she destroyed multiple motherfuckers. Yeah, and a lot of people didn't know that.
Yeah, that's
so I got
a
question for you then.
Okay,
I got a question for you then. See that you want to go there with it. Let's go there. So the last person that you said, who was that? Not Roxanne Shante.
Was I talking about Chris?
Was he talking about KRS One?
Yeah, KRS One.
Okay, so who would you? No, I'm gonna ask you this because I want to go back on the question that you asked me. So I gave you my top two plus my honorable mentions.
Yeah.
In Cleveland, my top two. Damn, lyricist. Should I go with lyricist later?
If you say lyricist.
Or a rapper. Or should I say MC?
You gotta pick because I've been in this shit.
It's multi. Well, see, I look on a rapper as a rapper, an MC as an MC, and a lyricist as a lyricist.
Where we at there?
Lyrically.
Lyrically, you saying who's the lyrical Cleveland? What are we talking history or what are we talking?
History.
Historically,
your top two, and I got mine already.
In Cleveland,
I'm gonna put them out there: Mike McAdoo and Suave Gotti.
In Cleveland, lyrically,
period. Mike McAdoo and Suave Gotti for me.
Mike McAdoo, and
if I had to do honorable mentions,
see, I'm a you got.
If I had to do honorable mentions. No, I can't even say that because I would have to do a trifecta. I would have to do MC Chill, Mike McAdoo, and Suave Gotti. MC Chill got some of the coldest bars ever in life.
I will give you that, and I'm gonna say
That's just my opinion.
I'm a true school junkie, and I'm gonna say all of them geezers that get served up probably and I'm gonna tell you right now, right off the back, just to confirm. I'm just saying. I'm being real. I love this music. I grew up. I was dancing. No disrespect. They are kings, legends of this, but then probably, I don't even tell you no lie. I mean, Struggling Souls back in the day, rocking with Forecast back in the day in '92, and not just because he's sitting in here.
Stop.
Laylo and Robbie, man, metaphorically.
Stop. No.
Over who?
No, we can't even put. We can't even put Struggling Souls in that category. You can't do that. I'm gonna tell you why you can't put Struggling Souls in that category because. You would have to put them in a team category, and if we go in a group category, I would put Struggling Souls up against Daz Effects, and they'll win. I'll put Struggling Souls up against Foo Schnickens.
That ain't even.
And Struggling Souls will win.
That ain't even a competition. Yeah, make that hard. This is where. Okay, we're gonna go rapper. Okay,
you can't put Struggling Souls in that category though, bro. No, that's a different type of framework.
All right, because I'm gonna give you this. The best. MC battle I thought at one time in the whole world would have been Suave versus Eminem because Eminem through the 90s Rap Olympics was a slayer. He wasn't just a slayer because he was in a field with a whole bunch. And Suave, historically, I think I always like to say Suave said all the damn words in the dictionary all the damn ready. Once or twice and probably around. So yes,
like
at the time. And then old Suave, like I can remember in 99 when he used to take people's styles, chop your style, flip your style, and then spit back on top of you all within like 18 to 16 bars. Was historically the coldest shit, and I never and Eminem, quick as lightning fast on his feet, tempo changing everything, also a wordsmith and a battle proven dude. And I thought at the meat of the competition, it would have been them two things: studio rapping, we might be, and performance rapping. Once again, like I said, I done seen like that dude over there like get into the groove. Not just him. It ain't just him by itself like that. Cause I like the complimentary of him and Robbie Man because it do something.
Oh yeah, him and Robbie Man. They complimented each other.
Right. Cause you would think that Laylo would be the dancer, but no, it'd be all of a sudden Rob over here hitting some crazy ass break.
Meanwhile, this fool over there busting bars and making beats.
Right.
And a lot of people didn't know that. So that's why I said you can't even put them in that category because they're.
Johnny-O said he was one of the best rappers in Cleveland. Johnny-O said that Laylo.
I can tell you that.
Time that
I can put a stamp on that. I'm gonna tell you why, because anytime he was a real cocky motherfucker then.
Yeah, he's an asshole.
He was a real cocky motherfucker, and he'd be like, "Nigga, we can go bar for bar right now. Put your money up." And then he was also gangster too, so you couldn't take
more
that
like
away.
An asshole.
And
I like the asshole.
I like the asshole.
I like that part when he just like. He was cool right till the show got ready to start or something like that, and then just get away.
I created that 808. That 808 never existed. I created that 808.
So crazy.
And that snare came from Pee Wee's Dance. Everybody thought that snare came from beatbox Art of Noise.
Let's talk about these projects you coming up and what you got and where can we reach out to get to you at?
Absolutely. I'm on Facebook, Casper Cee. You can go on Instagram, known as Beat Me Please. That's BTMEPLZ. My production company is the Beat Me Please Track Shop. We are finalizing a bunch of management deals for me right now. Shout out to my big brother Johnny.O, Panic Management. He's my manager. He's always been my manager here in this region. I've reached out to another Philadelphia management team. They're going to be working with me. I love them to death, as well as my people in LA. I am still producing Johnny.O and the Sorcerer Crew Final Curtain.
That's some of that good ass wax, home of Cleveland. Yeah, we had to give him a little bit. Oh yeah, we gonna send him with his free stuff. He ain't gonna be able to talk that good no more. He didn't even. God, he's fighting at EP.
So, the next project I've been working on for about going on 4 years.
Okay.
And everybody has been asking. Shout out to one of my coldest DJs ever, DJ Shawnee Sean. I love him so much.
Shawnee Sean. He done did the block party for us this week. It's small world.
DJ Shawnee Sean, by far one of the coldest DJs ever in life.
Great person too.
Great person. Love him to death. Kill for Dafo. He always walk up to me and he says, "So is Detox done yet?" Because he always say, "It ain't never coming out." So what I'm working on now is JOSC, the Final Curtain.
That's
that's
good.
Johnny-O and the Sorcerer Crew,
Woo!
the Final Curtain. This
is gonna be
first,
some shit.
This is the first and last project that we'll ever do. So a lot of people think that we came out with an album, but we never came out with an album. We only came out with singles and OH10 album.
Okay.
We never did a Johnny-O and the Sorcerer Crew album.
That is so good.
So right now, going on 4 years of music production. I believe in perfection, but going back, it's like, how more perfect can I be? Just put it out. So there are a lot of songs that I trashed and a lot of songs that are being recreated. I got me being the chief producer of the project. I'm gonna have some great producers on there. Yeah. My brother Day One, he did like 4 songs. Laylo from Struggling Souls. He's going to do a couple of tracks for me on that project. I got Terry Scott from Scott and Raven going to do some shit with me. I got another phenomenal producer out of Texas. She's dope as fuck, and I'm going to reach out to V1 Beats, Lady Trauma. She's one of the coldest female producers in the city of Cleveland, if not the country.
Let's go.
She cold as fuck. So this will be an 18-song project. It's going to be broken up into chapters. So the first set of it will be the intro.
Okay.
That'll be the intro. And then that'll be 9 songs. There's going to be an intermission. The intermission is going to be the unreleased tracks of the Psycho Unit album.
That's dope.
So it's 14 songs on that, but I'm only putting out 4.
Okay.
That'll be the intermission of the final curtain. And then the last 9 will be the finale. And then after that, you may or may not hear another. No, you'll see me.
I will see you. But that'll be it.
That'll be it for Johnny on the Social Crew with a question mark.
So dope.
I wanna
do the merchandising.
I wanna for sure. You got it. and the full interview. And,
come on.
And then also Mike McAdoo. I want to get him on a solo project. I'm going to be doing my solo project. I have a beautiful niece by the name of Lyrical Destiny.
Okay.
She is by far one of the coldest singer-songwriters in this city. And I will put her up against anybody. I've been telling her I'm going to work with you. And beginning of 2025, I'm going to start working with her.
That's
just a lot of music I'm about to
really
put out. Some mixtapes that I'm going to be doing. And it's because of I don't want to die full.
Yeah.
And I want to send this out to all producers, beat makers, singers, songwriters that is in the city of Cleveland or in the region that can hear us on this station.
Yeah.
And this is, I'm telling y'all this right now, and it come from DJ Jazzy Jeff.
What's that?
Don't die full.
There we go.
Don't die full. Don't die full.
I'm going to jack off tonight.
The reason why you stupid as fuck. The reason why I'm saying don't die full is because there are so many DJs, singers, songwriters, beat makers, and producers that are in the grave right now, and they died full. Yeah. Because no one ever listened or was able to hear their music. Yeah. I don't give a fuck if it's half done or if it's completed and not mixed down. If you got shit that you think don't sound good, but the world ain't never heard it, put that shit out. Don't die full. So that's where I'm at right now on my journey. I want to release all of this shit because I don't want to die full.
Man, we appreciate that. And we're going to look. I'm telling you, you got so much stuff coming out. I can't say thank you so much. Here's your love token. You got some cherry pie from Michigan Roots up in this joint. Going to hit a couple more dabs with them. Don't forget to tune in. Don't forget to like. You got to share this. You got to. I'm sure this is going to be one of our most positive interviews ever. Historically, I know this is going to do numbers. It might not do numbers this week, but historically, people going to have to come back and get this information.
Oh, we get part 2.
We got to get part 2, and we got a couple more shows. Maybe we'll have some of your people back on Hot Mess in the evening, later on at 9 o'clock. We got special guests coming up tonight, the hottest show in Cleveland. And right after me, we got at 7 o'clock, we got Al Porter's Hip Hop Shop here at the Voices. Al Porter. Al Porter might be, I just was saying it at the Art Museum that he might.
We had fun, didn't we?
Listen, we had a great time. That's what people do. We didn't even talk about our entertainment. You squares who don't go to First Friday and want to see where the beautiful people at in Cleveland. Like, look over here, sick over here. He was super sick.
Man,
it was a great
My sister cussed me out and everything.
Listen, when you want to see the beautiful people, male, gay, whatever, there's beautiful people be at this party. Man. It's a great event. It's in one of the most historic places. If you want to party around $1 million paintings, and I mean that, Picasso's be in that.
Picasso in there right now.
Picasso is showing this month here. And we be partying up in this, and we was in that atrium with some classic ass hip hop. It had to
be at least 800 people in there.
Partying our ass off.
It was sold out.
Sold out.
We were partying.
That's why you suckers don't know how to get to know good shit.
It was just so dope.
Y'all want to keep up with the good shit. That party was great, and if you want to do good shit, you got to really tune in the EP for what's happening in the CLE.
Yeah.
He has he put it out on Facebook every week. Reach him on Earl Porter, and at the Voice It Radio page on Facebook is the best way to catch us out there. We appreciate my man coming in. It's going to be part 2.
Hey, yo, check out, though, real quick, before we go,
Yep.
I want to give a shout-out to all of my people out there. Shout-out to the BB Please Track Shop. Shout-out to the Menace DJ. Shout-out to Menace Music Media Group. Shout-out to Rock the Crowd Mix Show. Every Wednesday on YouTube, my little sister, DJ Taj Beats. We doing numbers. Season 3, episode 12 is rocking tomorrow. We have a great-ass time. Y'all lock in, time in, chime in. It's the Rock the Crowd Mix Show on YouTube. Every Wednesday from 8 to 10. This show here is a phenomenal show. Y'all need to start locking in, timing in, and quit playing.
Absolutely.
Support equals support. Johnny-O always say it. Support equals support. We support each other, love on each other. Let's keep it moving.
That's what we do, man. Thank y'all so much. Once again, we'll be something to do this weekend. It's a lot going on. Dunlap's on Sunday night. We got like a few hundred things. Check out the art scene. And if you really want to know, like I said, to really know what you want to do this weekend, check out what's happening in the CLE with my man EP. That's where you're going to see where it's at. It might not be all the cannabis-friendly events, but it's going to be some good entertainment. Hit us up at Sohio Gas Company, SOHIGHO 216 at Gmail with any information. Thanks so much for Casper Cee coming in. This is just part 1 because we didn't, man, I'm like almost skipping the 90s. We was kind of way back, but we're going to bring it back up.
Yeah, for sure.
Thanks so much to Voice It Radio, and we're going to get back. And let me tell y'all, I'll be remiss to tell y'all, be cautious eating them damn gummies. You can eat too many gummies. You need to go low dosage and take it slow. 35 to 40 minute onset. You can absolutely eat too many gummies.
Yes.
And let me tell you why we should smoke weed. Like my man EP always said, smoke weed so you don't punch somebody in their face. Thank y'all so much, man. We appreciate y'all, man. Shouts out.
Shouts out.
Man, appreciate you, big bro. Oh, man.
That was dope.
Oh, man.
Super dope.
Yeah. Ah, you digging through the crates over there.
So dope.
You over there like
so
digging
dope,
into the crate. Here, let me get you right.
Shout out to my man.
Ooh,
shout out to my guy.
Shouts
We
out,
put
man.
it in.
Appreciate
That was just
you,
part
man.
1. We got a lot more to
Appreciate
bring.
you, man.
I'm gonna bring John the next time.
Oh,
Hopefully
my
Mike
God.
McAdoo.
Man.
And this fool over here,
Man.
Laylo.
If we
this
had
fool, this
John, if we get John and McAdoo up in here, bro,
I'm gonna make it happen.
That would be the shit.
Mike
That would be the
McAdoo
shit.
is true Jamaican. He got 105 jobs and he work in the flower shop.
And he work in the flower shop.
Man.
And he at the flower shop. That's so crazy.
Back later if you will.
Yeah, if you around, you know the second show, Hot Mess in the Evening at 9, more variety show. Jokey joke. Leave your personality at the door and come on in.
Yeah, come in with a thick
skin. Come in with a thick skin. Because somebody gonna sneak a roast on you. And you just have to just sit back and either wait your turn for a retort or...
Look, I'm gonna tell you this.
Because if you bow up on it, you might need to let it die. Because they get the manufacturing shit. And it'll be a 30, 40 minute ride later.
Hey, look.
Be like, what happened?
I love that type of shit.
Oh, it go down.
I roast motherfuckers so hard, they be ready to fight me.
It go down. No, that one black comedian we had, Ursula, her over there, she was so quick.
What was her name?
What's her name? Ulissa.
Oh, Ulissa?
Man, listen.
Oh no, Ulissa.
Ulissa,
man. Oh yeah, y'all know, y'all can't fuck with her.
No, she was good.
It's like nanoseconds. She'll get